The battlefield of Kurukshetra stood frozen, not because weapons had fallen silent, but because something far greater was unfolding. Dust hung in the air like suspended breath. The sun hovered midway in the sky, neither rising nor setting, as if even time itself refused to interrupt what was being spoken. Arjuna sat on the chariot, his Gandiva resting beside him. His heart, once stormed by fear and doubt, was now strangely still. The words Krishna had spoken earlier about light and darkness, return and liberation, still echoed within him like distant thunder. Yet one unease remained. Krishna, Arjuna said softly, his voice careful, respectful, yet heavy with curiosity. You have shown me the two paths after death, the path that returns and the path that frees. But tell me this, what of the one who knows these truths? What becomes of the yogi who understands? Krishna turned toward him. His eyes held no urgency, no strain, no trace of the battlefield's chaos. They held eternity. O Arjuna, he replied, what I shall tell you now is the crown of all this knowledge. Those who grasp this are never shaken, neither by life nor by death. The wind shifted. Arjuna felt it. Not fear this time, but anticipation. The kind that comes when a soul senses it is about to remember something ancient, something it once knew but had forgotten. Krishna's voice grew deeper, calmer, yet infinitely powerful. O Partha, he said, there are two paths spoken of in this world, light and darkness, ascent and return. But the yogi who knows this truth is not confused by either. Arjuna's brow furrowed. Not confused? He asked. Even when these paths determine rebirth or freedom? Krishna smiled, and that smile carried the weight of galaxies. Yes, he said, because the yogi does not cling to outcomes. He does not tremble before destinations. With a gentle motion, Krishna gestured toward the vast horizon. Arjuna's vision expanded once more, not violently, but like a curtain slowly being drawn aside. He saw men performing sacrifices, offering fire and chants, hoping for heaven. He saw scholars buried in scriptures, chasing merit. He saw ascetics enduring harsh penances, starving the body to discipline the mind. These, Krishna said, are noble paths. They bring reward. They bring worlds of joy. They bring purity. Arjuna watched as luminous realms appeared, heavenly abodes filled with pleasure, music, divine beings, and radiant beauty. But Krishna continued, his tone steady, all of these are within time. The vision shifted. Those heavenly beings faded. The joy dimmed. The souls descended again, pulled back into birth. All merit exhausts, Krishna said quietly. All reward ends. Even heaven is temporary. Arjuna's heart sunk. Then what is the use of such efforts? He asked. Krishna turned back to him. The yogi, he said, knows something greater. The battlefield vanished. Arjuna now stood within an endless cosmic expanse. Stars swirled like sparks from a sacred fire. Time flowed, but did not bind. At the center stood Krishna, unchanged, unshaken. The yogi who knows me, Krishna said, goes beyond all these results. Arjuna saw a lone figure walking, not upward toward heaven, not downward toward rebirth, but inward. This yogi carried no visible burden. His steps were effortless. His eyes were clear. The universe seemed to part for him. He has studied the scriptures, Krishna said, but is not trapped by them. He has performed sacrifices, but is not dependent on them. He has practiced austerity, but is not defined by suffering. The yogi paused. He knows, Krishna continued, that all these paths aim toward one truth, union with the eternal. Suddenly, Arjuna understood. This yogi, he whispered, is not chasing results. Krishna nodded. He has surrendered outcomes. He rests in knowledge. Therefore, he attains what none of these paths alone can give. The yogi dissolved into light, not blazing, not dramatic, but vast, silent, complete. That, Krishna said, is the supreme destination. Arjuna's voice shook, not with fear, but with awe. Krishna, he said, if such a yogi exists, can he ever fall? Can he ever be lost? Krishna's expression softened. No, he said, he cannot. The vision shifted again. Arjuna saw storms, loss, failure, grief, death itself, rushing toward the yogi. But they passed through him like wind through open sky. He knows the truth of existence, Krishna explained. Therefore, confusion cannot bind him. Arjuna saw others, men clinging to rituals, terrified of mistakes, haunted by guilt. They fear missing merit, Krishna said. They fear wrong action. They fear the next life. The yogi, however, walked calmly. He knows that knowing me dissolves all fear. Arjuna felt his chest tighten. So knowledge is greater than action? He asked. Krishna shook his head gently. No, knowledge perfects action. Devotion purifies knowledge. And yoga unites both. The three merged, knowledge, devotion, discipline, into a single radiant force. The yogi who knows this, Krishna said, stands firm even when the world collapses. The battlefield slowly returned. The conches sounded louder now. Warriors moved into formation. The war was moments away. Yet Arjuna felt no urgency. Something within him had changed forever. Krishna, he said quietly, you are telling me that the greatest victory is not over enemies, but over ignorance. Krishna smiled. Yes. Arjuna looked across the field. At teachers, cousins, kings, armies prepared to destroy one another. They all seek victory, Arjuna murmured. But none of them know what victory truly is. Krishna placed his hand on Arjuna's shoulder. O Arjuna, he said, fight this war. But know this, your true battle is already won, if you remember me. The sun blazed brighter. Arjuna realized then, this knowledge was not meant to escape life. It was meant to transform it. The yogi does not abandon the world. He walks through it, untouched. As the first war cries rose, Krishna spoke his final words of this teaching. O Arjuna, he said, the yogi who understands this knowledge goes beyond the fruits of righteous deeds, beyond sacred rituals, beyond austere penance. Arjuna felt those words settle deep within him, like roots anchoring a mountain. He reaches the eternal state, Krishna continued, the primal abode, the place beyond return. The battlefield roared. Arjuna lifted his Gandiva. But his hands no longer trembled. He knew now, win or lose, live or die, he could not fall. Because the true yogi does not seek heaven. He does not fear rebirth. He does not bargain with God. He knows, and that knowing is power. A power no weapon can shatter. No time can steal. No death can touch. As Arjuna released the first arrow, the universe itself seemed to witness something rare. Not just the beginning of a war, but the awakening of a yogi who would never again be lost. If you like our work, then do like, subscribe and share the channel.